Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Pro Edition. I am Zoronden, your host, and today we have two pro players on the map. Ohana. In the bottom right corner is your green Protoss, Grubby. And in the top left corner, your pink, that's right, pink, Zerg, Stephano. And let's check out how these two players go head-to-head on this map. And indeed it is Ohana, I believe I already said that. Anyways, today is November 6th, 2012. It is a very important date, and I hope all of you go out and vote today, or you've already voted today, and that is all I will say on the election. Please vote. And let's go into StarCraft, the StarCraft world, the StarCraft universe, all its glory, all its amazingness. I hope you all watched MLG this weekend. It was an absolutely epic MLG. Congrats to ST's Life for winning his first MLG, defeating Lenok, who was trying to become the first three-time MLG winner with back-to-back wins. Life was down 3-1, came back to win it 4-3. What a stellar comeback, an amazing play by Life at 15 years old. He is already MLG champion, so congrats to him. And that was a fantastic series and an entire fantastic MLG casted by some great guys, and just an amazing event. And actually, if you did not know, if you watched MLG or did not, a lot of the MLG guys are stationed in New York, which has obviously got hit by Sandy this past week, the hurricane. So a lot of those guys were either stuck in other locations or stuck in New York without power, without access to their vehicles, whatever the case may be. So MLG really sent a skeleton crew down to Dallas, and they managed to pull off MLG in all its glory, in all its fashion, almost no hiccups. There was a bit of lag, a bit of issues with the streaming, but they overcame it. They worked in Twitch TV, and they pulled it off fantastically. So my hat's off to MLG and everyone else involved in that tournament, including the casters and the players. So congratulations to all of them, as well as ST's Life, for winning the tournament. So let's go ahead and check out these two guys as they go head-to-head. We are about 4 minutes into the game. Stephano is positioning his overlords in those sweet spots. He's obviously got to be a little more careful than, say, versus Zerg, but a little less careful than versus Terran, obviously, because of those Marines. Grubby has indeed grabbed his fast expand, as well as a gateway, two gateways, in fact, and a cannon up here at the front. So he did kind of do that forge, fast expand build. Where the heck is his forge? Oh, there it is. Hiding there behind his minerals. A little different location than I'm used to, but still perfectly good. And Stephano just now grabbing a quick third. 4:45 in, and he's got a third that is well on its way to done. Obviously, the natural is done as well, and his main, he does have a pool as well. I don't know if he grabbed pool first. That is something we are starting to see out of a lot of pro players, is a pool before hatchery. It used to be hatchery, then pool, but a lot of them have found out that the timing between hatchery and pool isn't as crucial as once thought. They can actually put down the pool first and get a few lings out earlier and not affect their economy that much. In fact, almost to no extent. And that is why you're starting to see these pools come out before the hatcheries. So keep an eye on that. That is a changing trend in the play right now. And, either way works for now. It's kind of a dual option, if you will, at this time. Now Stephano is getting there on his creep spread, just kind of starting with actually I just think it's a single tumor at the moment, but he should have a queen at every base. Yes, he does. And not a ton of production coming out of Stephano at the moment. Still heavily droning up, heavily working on that economy. You got Grubby putting some pylons, at least one, I guess, on his edge, watching for things, able to warp on the low ground that could be useful. Got a little bit of Lings chasing a scouting probe who wanted a few minerals. Now those Lings are going to get a few shots in on the probe here, But as he runs home, he's regenerating shields, and as long as he doesn't turn, he's not going to take very many hits. And indeed, that allows him to leave. Oh, he did kind of leave. But that allowed him to get home, survive that incursion, and every probe you can save, every worker you can save in the long run is money saved. Money earned, in fact, because it can go back to mining minerals or gas. Now, we do have a small buildup of... Oh, I'm completely wrong. I thought we had a buildup of lings coming out by Stephano, but it is indeed still droning. Let's check out that unit tab for Grubby. He himself is sitting on 4 sentries. So, no early aggression by either player. However, we do now see 32 Zerglings in the production tab by Stephano. It was 16, then 18, then 40 Zerglings in production by Stephano. Oh, looks like we might get some aggression out of him very, very soon. Speed is just about done. It looks like he's going to go for that speed timing. It's a late speed by Stephano, but he has pumped out so many Zerglings. And because this is a practice match by both of these players, it's not in a tournament or anything, they may have set some early no rush rules. It may have been a mid-game practice match. I can't confirm or deny that, but it definitely seemed to look like that because both players didn't really build any attacking units until about the 8-minute mark. And obviously now Stephano is running around on 57 Zerglings. That is a heavy amount of Zerglings, especially compared to one Zealot 8 sentries. And obviously the 8 sentries are there to be able to block off the ramps because he has so few troops. He's just barely getting them now. He needs to be able to block off those ramps from the Zergling. We do, of course, have the Scout Phoenix going on here, if I can select him. It looks like, though, we got some Zergling aggression going here. Stephano very wisely, very efficiently blocking off the main here, not allowing, or not the main, what am I smoking? Blocking off the third, not allowing Grubby to grab that or secure it. Stephano's infestation pit just finishing up there as well. Some more scouting going on by Grubby. He sees everything he wants, everything he knows. Of course, I do not believe he saw the macro hatch. Obviously not a huge deal breaker by any means, but he definitely saw that Evo chamber, which is key. He's going to know there's going to be infestors on the way sooner or later. And he's probably going to wait till the pathogen glands finish up. Obviously, Stephano needs that as well as Burrow, which is on the way as well. So for now, he's pulled back quite a few lanes, quite a few being blocked off by the force fields, though. Very nice force fields blocking in so many lanes. They're trying to do their damage. They're actually doing decent damage to the Stalkers, but as soon as they can retreat, they do, because Stephano knows he's going to lose that engagement. But some nice force fields to kill off what he could there. And let me go to busy here. There we go. So a little bit of hit and run play by both players. They both do now have a third relatively established. Grubby should be able to hold this at this time. Looks like he's going to send out another I can't say words tonight. Another Phoenix Scout. But look at that. Stephano is grabbing a 4th and a 5th. He is expansion hungry, ready to grab up that land. Even taking out destructible rocks, so he has a little more accessibility between bases. Obviously a good call with Grubby having sentries, and so many sentries. How many is he at now? That is not the units tab. There it is. He's sitting at 7 sentries now, so Stephano did manage to kill one. But we do, of course, have High Templars and Storm on the way for Grubby, and that could definitely spill some issues for Stephano as he's depending on these large Ling Balls as well as Infestors. And Infestors, Fungals versus High Templars Storms can be a lot of fun. So we'll have to watch and see if we can get any of that come and go energy play. That's always fun to watch, and just to see which player's micro wins out in that engagement. And the longer Grubby waits, obviously the closer he's going to get to that Storm. And if Stephano doesn't make a move, he's going to have that. And obviously we have Adrenal Glands on the way, as well as 2-2 coming for Stephano. So both players are on the cusp of huge upgrades, including the Greater Spire coming in for Stephano right there. But Grubby just now spots it. He knows it's there. He knows he's going to have to make a move. Storm has just finished for Grubby. If he wants to make a move, now is the time, especially before 2-2 is done, which he should have spotted being morphed in here. However, the Overlords are kind of ducked over it, so that could give some trouble to Grubby to actually see that. He may not have noticed that. He is sending in a few lots here to the 5th or 4th up here, so that may very well distract Stephano's army. Here it comes, streaking in to the left, taking out those zealots quite easily. A few lings will go down, but nothing of consequence. However, in the meantime, Grubby has taken his main army, and he's going to go up here and hit this 5th. However, the 5th isn't easily defended. There's no drones there, and he sees that. He's going to skip right out of there, try to go for the 3rd. There are 7 spine crawlers coming in right here. I guess, no, check that. It is, oh my god, 11 spine crawlers coming in. However, tons of force fields blocking off all the units. Fungal's going down on Grubby's army. It's completely gone. Almost all but obliterated. A few reinforced zealots coming in, but there are so few units left here. However, the Zerglings are gone. It's down to spine crawlers, infested terrans, and infestors coming down here. But a few corruptors move in. They're going to take out that hallucinated colossi that's never been real. There are actually only 2 immortals and a sentry here. A bunch of zealots as well. I kind of missed them. But they have to retreat. They have no chance of taking this battle. And that's just came down to force fields blocking off the ramp. But Grubby was able to take those lings out no problem. But the Fungals on the main army of Grubby just completely destroyed it. And he had to fall back. And Stephano's larva, he has quickly rebuilt his army. Look at that. It is 189 to 122 at the moment. I mean, Stephano rebuilt his army so disgustingly quick. He's already got Broodlords on the field. He's just taking it to Grubby at this moment. Grubby needs more gateways or something at this moment. A closer reinforcing pylon. I don't know what he needs to try and pull this off. We got roaches on the front line doing the main damage to the lots as they're fungled. Infested Terrans on the field. Stephano, in the meantime, is trying to retake this 5th. A block of roaches coming in, as well as drone transfers, because why the heck not? And Stephano is just in a commanding, devastating lead at this time. It's almost embarrassing for Grubby. I do not see Grubby pulling this off, but if he does, he will make it the most exciting game that we've seen in a while. So do not give up hope. You never quit outright. Grubby might be able to take it, as we got an attack going down here at the 4th attempt for Grubby. He did have to cancel that. Looks like we got a small engagement going on here. Not exactly small. Roaches in the front line. Lings are mostly gone. Reinforcement lings come in, starting to cause trouble. Kind of flank there. The flanking stalkers coming in as well. Broodlord morphing in the middle of the battlefield. Not the wisest decision. The roaches still trying to do their damage. A few infested Terran in there too, but they're just so slow they can't really do much. Same with the Broodlords. The small surviving force comes up here and is now pot-shotting at the 4th, trying to kill what stalkers they can. And the cleanup force of Stephano is going to move on in and take that out without a problem. And again, Grubby's army gets lower and lower, and with this seven Broodlords on the field, Stephano's just got it at this time. Grubby is in serious issues here. Lings going for the surround on High Templar. Oh, they morph into an Archon at the last moment. But can that Archon even finish the roaches on him? He doesn't stand a chance. Stalkers are gone as well. More High Templar caught in the open. They are getting sauced as well as lots. Another warp in of an Archon. Some Zealots warping in as well. Can they stop this horrible onslaught by Stephano? No, they cannot. Grubby calls the GG, and that one goes to Stephano. A nice mid to late game by these 2 pro players. I believe that's what they were setting up on purpose, as Stephano just totally outclassed Grubby here at the end. Just some great plays by Stephano, some great fungals, and really turned the game in his favor pretty early on, and he was able to pretty much cruise this game out. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I am Zoronden. I hope you enjoyed this pro match between Stephano and Grubby. Hope you enjoyed MLG this weekend. And I remind you to go vote today. It is November 6th, presidential election. Go vote, go vote, go vote. That is all I will say, and I will catch you all on the other side.